Good afternoon. I trust that you're well. Live from Nairobi, Kenya. Welcome to the broadcast. This is TV47 News Now. Live from Kenya, we bring you up to speed with the latest in the world of news. But first, here's some of the stories making to the headlines. Two divers and a boat have been deployed to aid in the ongoing rescue mission for fishermen still missing following Todonyang attack in Turkana last Saturday. A Lagos Songa Member of Parliament, Samuel Atandi, has slammed former Deputy President Gachagua over claims that Mount Kenya is ready to support Raila Odinga in 2027.
I want to tell him that when we wanted you to support us in the past, you never supported us. You said Raila Odinga is not electable, that Raila Odinga cannot be accepted by your people. Why are you now claiming that now you are ready to support Raila Odinga for president? That kind of political conmanship is what we do not want, and we are saying as ODM leaders that you will never sell us that kind of politics right now.
A section of Mount Kenya legislators have called out President Ruto and his deputy Kithure Kindiki to deliver on unkept promises instead of engaging in publicity.
Kanisa Katoliki ikituambia kama viongozi tutoke juu ya gari turudi tufanye kazi.
Again, good afternoon and welcome to the broadcast. My name is Moige William. Now, to matters news, we start off in Lagos Songa, where the Member of Parliament, that is Samuel Atandi, has slammed former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua over claims that the people of Mount Kenya are ready to support Azimio leader Raila Odinga in 2027. While describing Gachagua as a political quote-unquote conman, the lawmaker stated that as ODM leaders, they are not ready to buy such kind of political conmanship, noting that right now they are working with President William Ruto to ensure stability of the country is achieved. The lawmaker has urged ODM leader Raila Odinga to continue making consultations towards ensuring that the broad-based government is stable.
I have seen some leaders claiming that now they are ready to support Raila Odinga for presidency. There's a particular leader we impeached recently from the post of deputy president. We want to tell him that when we wanted you to support us in the past, you never supported us. You said Raila Odinga is not electable, that Raila Odinga cannot be accepted by your people. Why are you now claiming that now you are ready to support Raila Odinga for president? That kind of political conmanship is what we do not want, and we are saying as ODM leaders that you will never sell us that kind of politics right now. So as ODM members of ODM party, we want to urge our leader Raila Odinga to continue making consultations towards ensuring that our government is stable and the country does not collapse. I want to confess here in Siaya that the friendship that we have right now with the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto, in our view, is one of the most authentic and honest friendships that ODM party has had. And you have seen how William Ruto has come out to support ODM party, to put our people in strategic government positions, even to work with Raila Odinga towards this African Union chairmanship bid. Even though it did not go through, we must recognize that William Ruto stood with us, and we want to say that we are still going to work with William Ruto.
From that, we have an update for you from Turkana County, where two divers and a boat have been deployed to aid in the ongoing rescue mission for those still missing following the Todonyang attack last Saturday, where suspected militia from the SIGNET community in Ethiopia attacked Kenyan fishermen. Since the incident occurred in Todonyang, only 2 bodies have been recovered from the water, while more than 20 are still missing. Those heading the rescue operation are hopeful that the boat and divers will aid in the rescue mission that has entered its second week. Meanwhile, security leaders from Kenya and Ethiopia have started the process of initiating peace talks between the SIGNET community of Ethiopia and the Turkana of Kenya.
Leo ni siku yetu kama Red Cross, unapoona ni timu tuko tayari kwenda Todonyang. Imekuwa ni siku ya 7 tangu masaka itendeke Todonyang, Turkana North. Leo tunatuma chombo unayoona nyuma yetu ambaye ni boat ya engine ili iende kuokoa zile miili ziko ndani ya bahari. Sisi tunatuma rambirambi zetu kama Kenya Red Cross. Na sasa tunaelekea huko, unapoona katika mkono yangu wa kushoto na mkono wa kulia, wanaume wamevaa kofia nyeupe. kazi yao ni kuingia kwa bahari kuanzia leo na kuendelea hadi tufikie mali tu tutawaletea ripoti yetu baadaye ya kuwa tumefikia wapi.
All right, we'll still keep tabs with that particular story, so keep it TV47 and even our social medias for more updates on that particular story that is still developing there in Turkana County. We shift gears. Manyata Member of Parliament Gitonga Mokonji has joined the critics' wagon, which has urged President William Ruto's administration to focus on fulfilling its unkept promises instead of turning the government into what he calls quote-unquote advertising agency. Speaking in Kirinyaga County, the Member of Parliament accused the state of investing heavily in promoting its projects rather than implementing them. This comes after recent cases of government officials attacking the clergy for calling out the government. The Member of Parliament also called out Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, insisting that he should focus on delivering unfulfilled promises rather than giving empty promises.
Sisi kama viongozi, we have to work hand in hand with our churches. Na mimi naomba viongozi msikize zaidi vile kanisa inaongea. We cannot ignore the voice of the church. Juzi nimesikia kanisa Katoliki ikituambia kama viongozi, tutoke juu ya gari, turudi tufanye kazi. Na nimesikia hiyo message imerudiwa hapa na Archbishop Emeritus, ya kwamba uongozi saa hizi lazima ikuwe uongozi ya watu. And the church should not be cowed. Bishop, mtu asikutishie ukose kuongea ile kitu inafaa kuongewa, kwa sababu Mungu pia atakuuliza maswali. Ile kitu muhimu watu wa hii area yetu wanataka si kusalimiwa, ni kufanyiwa ile kazi tuliwaambia tutafanya wakati mlitupea nafasi ya uongozi.
All right, still on another sharp critic of President William Ruto, that is former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, who is currently attending a church service at Gospel Confirmation Center in Machakos town, where he is accompanied by legislators allied to Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, that is led by Makueni Senator Daniel Maanzo, his Kitui counterpart, that is Enoch Wambua, and the host, that is Machakos Senator Agnes Kavindu. The visit comes a few days after Gachagua addressed Ukambani residents via Kamba local radio stations earlier this week, where he hinted he is in a move to work with Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka towards his 2027 presidential bid. Speaking during a prayer session, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi asked Kenyans to continue praying for the nation, as Kenya is still in dark days of abductions and high level of corruption. Elsewhere, stakeholders in the education sector have been urged to embrace technological advancements in developing more innovative and comprehensive teaching methods for learners across the country. Speaking in Nyali, that is in Mombasa County, during a meeting that brought together over 100 teachers, innovators and other education stakeholders to address challenges facing education sector in the coastal region, whereby speakers emphasized that adopting this particular digital learning will enable them implement solutions that were previously unattainable. They also called on the government to take responsibility and ensure the full implementation of digital education.
Tumeembrace mambo ya teknoloji katika upande wa shule zetu za ECD, PP1 and also PP2. Utapata kuna shule zetu za secondary, pia shule zetu za primary zimethibitisha kwamba wanatumia mifumo kama hii katika kuwafundishia wanafunzi. EdTech Summit ambayo kwamba inafanywa mahali kama hapa Mombasa County, tunasema kwamba haya ni makaribisho mazuri kwa wanafunzi wetu.
We've come to Mombasa to connect with the local community, to learn from the innovations that are happening on the ground here, and to be able to discuss with the community here what's needed to improve the use of technology to support better teaching and learning and improved outcomes for learners. Our goal for today's summit is to have a conversation around the realities on the ground in classrooms, in communities, and to understand how we collectively can solve some of the challenges that are faced in the Pwani region.
Tunajaribu kuangalia katika entire community ya Pwani tunaweza kupata innovation ama ubunifu ambazo zinaenda kusaidia upande wa teknolojia, upande wa mashule, na vile tunaweza shirikiana pia kuweza kuhamasisha pia wanafunzi waweze kujiprepare katika kazi za siku za usoni.
Still on matters education, parents in Western Kenya and some parts of Nyanza region have welcomed the food program in schools aimed at boosting numbers and maintaining learners in school. Speaking during an activity organized by Food for Education teachers, parents and officials who are implementing the program, noted that learners, that is, their numbers have increased in schools and hence improving general performance of children. Children from Kasawo Primary School in Kisumu and Kakamega Primary School are some of the beneficiaries of the program. This comes at a time when the world is looking forward to celebrate International School Meals Day that is on Thursday this week.
2,200 meals. Right now we are doing 2,500 meals in Kasawo. That's an addition of 300 kids. So it means the impact of the program is really appreciated. And that's why more and more kids are enrolling to our program.
And sometimes we find that when the children go home for lunch, they take a lot of time. They take a lot of time to come back for the afternoon classes. So since Food for Education was introduced in our school, it has really benefited the children in time management.
Just concentrate in class. After taking this food, they are lively, they are jovial, and they are able to participate in the classroom.
We started by about 3,000 registering for the program, and as we are talking now, the number has increased up to 5,000. So Kakamega primary parents, 5,000 of them, the learners are able to access the program.
The capacity of this kitchen is 21,000 meals, and that shows that we are currently serving the capacity of this kitchen. This region has the ability to grow. It has the ability to onboard more schools, and therefore that's a future strategy for the growth of this region, for the growth of Food for Education in this region, onboarding more schools and growing more in the region.
Sherehe ambayo tunayo, kwanza sisi kama wale ambao wanalisha watoto, kwanza tunasherehekea hiyo shughuli kwa sababu ni wanafunzi wengi au na wazazi wote wamefurahia hasa sisi kuwaletea wanafunzi chakula kwa bei nafuu.
Deputy President Kithure Kindiki's 3-day visit to the Republic of Namibia has ended after holding discussions with the Namibian Vice President, who is also the President-elect, Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, on ways for strengthening the existing bilateral ties. The two leaders concluded to facilitate expansion of trade and people-to-people ties. Kenya aims to export to Namibia tea, coffee, horticulture and skilled labor, while Namibia targets to export to Kenya minerals, wines and other drinks.
That is very good Swahili. Which is good Swahili? Yours better than Kenyan Swahili. So Namibian Swahili is better than Kenyan Swahili. So please, we are going to send you teachers. We are going to send you teachers. Yes, please see this. Yes. SIGNET is your father who brought this anything. British soldiers who died there, then they were buried. Now there was this Bishop Tobia. Then they said, no, there's Petrus here, let him go and take care of that chaplain in the Second World War. So then they sent him to come and look after those graves. So now father will brought me. But I say you wait in yourself because you were baptized as an elder person. Me, I was baptized. So it's your problem. And the Anglican, because during the war between Mandumi and having a morning on Sunday, we this is an office. The office I will show you that this is the business.
Now let us come back home, where the issue of politics in Africa is what has been termed as one of that contributed to former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's loss in the AUC bid and not a religious issue, as highlighted by some leaders in the country. Speaking at a youth workshop in Bungoma town organized by Program for Christian-Muslim Relations in Africa, the religious leaders led by Imam Malid Mohammed says that religion should not be involved in dirty politics. Joy Wadambwa, an official from the organization, says that their intention is to ensure good relations between two religions in enhancing peace and unity.
Zaidi ilichangiwa na siasa. Mambo ambayo yanaendelea sasa hivi kisiasa, msimamo wa Kenya na msimamo wa nchi za Afrika, South Africa ambao wanaitwa SADC, na hao ambao wanazungumza lugha pia imechangia, francophone na mambo wanazungumza anglophone. Vitu vingi vimechangia, ingawa baadhi ya watu wanaweza kufikiria kwamba mojawapo labda ni dini, lakini ni mambo ya kukisia tu, kwa sababu unapokwenda kupiga kura ni siri na huwezi kujua walikaa mkutano wakakubaliana tuende sehemu gani na kwa sababu gani. Mimi sioni kama dini ni mojawapo, sioni kama dini ilichangia pakubwa ya wao kupiga, japo inawezekana.
If we at the end of this seminar have youth ambassadors who can be able to continue promoting Christian-Muslim relations and encouraging one another from the community level, then we are already beginning to secure our future, because as youth we face many issues, from unemployment, from poverty and all these things that affect our communities. The issue of radicalization and violent extremism, how do we look at it and what can we do it?
Tukiwa shule kila kitu iko shwari, lakini wakati tunakuja katika mtaa sasa unapata kuna ule utofautiano. Nilivyosema katika mkutano, tulisema kwamba unapata mtu akiwa Muislamu akienda katika zile maofisi, akipata kiongozi wa ile ofisi ni Mkristo, mara mingi kunakuwa na ule ubaguzi. Sasa unapata unashindwa kujihandle. How will you control yourself over that one?
It is very difficult to communicate with others just because of religion, and there is no love between Muslim and Christian. And because we learn here, we will have love, peace, and we will interact in a good way.
It has helped in how to maneuver around, how to be peace ambassadors, and I'm very encouraged because youth who are here, they'll be peace ambassadors where they will go after here.
A section of members of the ruling party, that is UDA in Mombasa, now complaining of being sidelined in the party's plan. They claim that since the truce between ODM leader Raila Odinga and President William Ruto, their ODM counterparts have been given priority while they have been neglected. They also lament that the promises made to them, particularly those aimed at helping ordinary citizens, are no longer being honored. Speaking in Mombasa, led by the party's county coordinator, Shamir Abdallah Omar, the disgruntled members are now calling on the president to fulfill the projects he pledged during the campaign period. They urge him not to focus solely on securing jobs for individuals, as coastal leaders had requested more government positions.
Tumeona umeshikana mkono na Raila Amolo Odinga. Tumefurahia muungano huo kwa sababu wewe ndio kiongozi wetu wa party ya chama cha UDA, na ule muungano uleta wewe sisi hatutaupinga, tutaufurahia. Tunasema tuko tayari kufanya kazi na wenzetu, lakini tunasema huu muungano uwe ni muungano wa service delivery kwa mwananchi, sio muungano wa watu kushirikiana kuchagua wizara au kuchagua ma-PS au nafasi za kazi za wao kama viongozi walioungana na wewe.
Ijapokuwa tunakubali uhusiano wa UDA na ODM, president akija hapa lazima watu wa ODM wa UDA wahusishwe. Hii kasumba ya ODM kuonyesha kwamba wao ndio wanasimamia progress za president bila kuhusisha, na tulikuwa na structures hapa. Tuna chairman Samir, ni lazima Ali Sanjo, Abdul Samad, president akija hapa ahusishe chairman wetu.
Wewe kama CS wa Kenya nzima, na wewe ulichaguliwa kwa sababu ya serikali ya broad base, na umewekwa hapa Mombasa County utusaidie kama wananchi wa Mombasa. Ikiwa Mheshimiwa Ruto atakuja hapa Mombasa, Mheshimiwa Ali Sanjo, wacha ubaguzi. Sisi pia tuko ndani ya UDA na tuko na kura. Tumempatia Ruto kura 44% kwa sababu tuko na nguvu zetu na tuko na uchungu. Na ikiwa mtatutenga, Hakuna mahali ni Mombasa County ati kwa kuna kura itapelekwa na mwanasiasa. Mwanasiasa wanaungana wao kwa matakwa yao, hawaungani kwa matakwa ya mwananchi. Na wananchi wamekasirika.
Now, more than 180 exhibitors have confirmed participation in this year's Eldoret Agricultural Society of Kenya, that is ASK show, where organizers of the trade fair spearheading the first ASK annual calendar. They said that they expect more than 200 exhibitors in the 3-day event. Agricultural Society of Kenya Eldoret branch chairperson Susan Seron said all was set for the film that is to be staged, that is at the Eldoret showground as from March 5th to March 8th. The event presents a forum for agricultural producers to interact with players in the industry on the latest production skills and emerging trends that will enable farmers generate good returns on their investments.
Approaching 200, and we are approaching 200, and it is a good number. As we are talking right now, tuko 189, which is a good number. Now bado wanaendelea kufika, wengi wanafika, hata saizi tuna wengine tunawapea spaces. So exhibitors wenye mnaona bado mko nyumbani, msione kama mmechelewa. Tuko tayari kuwapokea, mkuje, kuna space. Tulikuwa tumesema pia vitu mingi itakuwa kwa issue, and siku ya Friday, that is the official opening day, tutakuwa na auction ya ng'ombe. Na hiyo auction itakuwa kubwa.
We are expecting around more than 40,000 farmers to attend the show. That is outside the students. The show was, and we have confirmed information that the corporates will be attending. We measured on the cooperatives.
The Narok East Sub-County Constituency Development Fund chairperson Punyo Stephen now says they are focusing on building a police station to host administration offices using National Government Constituency Development Fund to solve insecurity in the area. Speaking in Narok town, Punyo has said that the project will enhance security in the area. He defended the government from accusations that the funds are not released in time, saying the release of the bursaries depends on availability of funds which come from revenue collection. Narok East NGCDF has built 18 new schools from scratch, among them the Eldoret Secondary School. Where?
And in the new model of education, that is the senior schools. We have 13 new secondary school in a span of 12 years. These secondary schools, new secondary schools, they have enough classrooms. Every secondary school in this constituency have a laboratory. Every secondary school, if it is boarding schools, we have the dorms.
A citadel of academic adumbrations. It is really a big school built and developed by Narok East CDF, that is through the National Government CDF Kitty, specifically Narok East. And as you can see, this school has developed tremendously just over the last 6 years.
Should be retained by the government so that we may be able to see the fruits of education filtering back to our vulnerable students and also assisting many of our parents.
Elsewhere, the Busia County government, in partnership with the World Bicycle Relief and Living Goods, has distributed 324 bicycles to community health promoters in Teso North Sub-County, an initiative aimed at enhancing social health authority registration. Recent statistics showed that Busia County is lagging behind with a SHA registration rate of 22%, and this initiative is expected to push this number higher by enrolling more people in SHA. Busia Deputy Governor Arthur Oderam urged residents of Teso North to ignore propaganda and register with the Social Health Authority, citing its benefits.
Siku ya leo tumekusanyika hapa kusherehekea matunda na matokeo ya kutafuta urafiki huo. Kwa hivyo kuanzia siku hii tunapo launch hizi baiskeli, tunamaanisha ya kwamba sasa CHP amepunguziwa ule uzito wa kubeba bag kwa mkono na kwa uzito kwa mgongo, na sasa anaweza funga bagi lake katika baiskeli hiyo.
We have managed to lobby for 324 bicycles for the CHPs and 26 for the CHAS. and we hope that there will be improved service delivery for this noble initiative, Your Excellency.
Mobility, today we are solving the mobility problem. Ndio haya mabaiskeli. Na ninyi wenyewe, nakumbuka nikisema labda tutafute gari, mkitupigia kura tushinde, tutatafuta gari, mkasema hapana, that is not a good solution. Pikipiki, no, that's not a good solution. Mkasema mnataka baiskeli. Na leo hii kwa ushirikiano wa partners wetu na mafadhili wetu